Dear faithful and seekers of truth, today we find ourselves facing a moment that could forever change our understanding of faith. A revelation that comes directly from the heart of Christian spirituality, a message that the Virgin Mary has left for us to guide us through the tumultuous times we are living. Stay with us to discover the content of this profound celestial communication. But what does this message contain that makes it so crucial for us today? And how can we apply its words to our daily lives to face the challenges that lie ahead? Don't move, because what we are about to reveal has the power to illuminate our path and strengthen our faith in ways we could never have imagined. Before we dive into this spiritual journey, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications. This way, you'll never miss the guides, revelations, and interpretations we share to navigate together in this era of great changes. Interest in Marian apparitions is rooted in pivotal moments of human history, where these manifestations have been interpreted as divine signals intended to guide, comfort, and inspire the faithful. Over the centuries, such apparitions have been reported in various corners of the world, each carrying a specific message tied to the cultural and historical context of the population that received it. These events, regardless of their religious or historical interpretation, have had a profound impact on collective spirituality, often prompting communities towards reflection and action. The message recently emerged, brought to light by one of these apparitions, falls into a series of celestial communications that for centuries have sought to orient humanity. The content of this message is a vibrant appeal to conversion, understood not only as individual spiritual renewal, but as an invitation to transform our daily actions into gestures of love and care towards our neighbor and creation. It emphasizes the importance of prayer, not simply as an act of devotion, but as a means to establish a deeper connection with the divine, which in turn illuminates the road towards more conscious and respectful choices for life in all its forms. The focus is also on concrete action in our wounded world, marked by conflicts, injustices, and a growing ecological crisis. This Marian message exhorts us not to remain indifferent in the face of the challenges of our time, but to become agents of change, inspired by the gospel values of hope, love, and mercy. The universal scope of this call underscores that such values are capable of overcoming every human barrier, inviting every individual to reflect on their spiritual journey and the impact of their actions in the world. The call to be a beacon of light in a world enveloped in darkness directly addresses every believer, soliciting a renewed personal and community commitment, living according to the principles of the gospel in this context means adopting a lifestyle that prioritizes sharing, forgiveness, and acceptance, embodying the values of peace and justice that are at the heart of the Christian message. This call to action is all the more urgent today, in an era characterized by rapid changes and a profound crisis of values, where the need for spiritual reference points is felt with increasing intensity. Ultimately, the Marian message is not just an invitation to prayer and conversion, but is also a dynamic call to action, urging us to examine our lives and our choices in the light of gospel values, pushing us to become active witnesses of hope and light in a world that desperately needs both. Now we pose a question that we also invite you to reflect on in the comments. How can we, in our daily lives, become instruments of that peace and love that the Virgin Mary invites us to spread? What concrete actions can we take to respond to this celestial call? Write in the comments, "I believe." As we reflect on these deep questions, we ask you to show your support with a like and by subscribing to the channel. Your participation is essential for continuing to explore and spread messages of faith, hope, and love in these critical times. The prophecy of the Virgin Mary is not to be interpreted merely as a message conveyed through words, but as a profound call to internal and collective change. This celestial invitation aims not only to inform, but to transform, urging each of us to reflect on our spiritual values and how these are reflected in our daily actions. It is a reminder that, in an age of increasing disillusionment and spiritual detachment, the presence of good is not only necessary but crucial. Responding to this call means first and foremost embracing a path of personal growth that goes beyond the superficial. It means committing to live according to principles of love, compassion, and justice, putting these values into practice in every aspect of our life. It's not just an individual journey, it's also an invitation to actively contribute to the building of a community that reflects these values, promoting the common good and opposing the forces of indifference and selfishness that too often prevail in our world. In this context, being witnesses of good takes on a deeply revolutionary dimension. It means becoming beacons of hope in times of darkness, showing through our actions that another reality is possible. This witness is not passive. It requires courage, commitment, and a constant search for justice and peace. Through small daily gestures as well as through broader initiatives, we are called to embody the values we profess, thus becoming instruments of positive change. The response to this call is not only crucial for our individual spiritual journey, it also has profound implications for the future of our global community. In a world that seems increasingly divided and in conflict, adopting a lifestyle that reflects spiritual values can serve as a bridge between different cultures and beliefs, promoting understanding and mutual respect. This vision of unity and solidarity can guide us toward a more peaceful and sustainable future, where the dignity of every human being is recognized and valued. Therefore, the prophecy of the Virgin Mary is an urgent appeal to awaken our highest potential, to rediscover and fully live our spiritual values, thereby contributing to the transformation of our hearts and the world around us. Our response to this call is crucial. It is a step toward the realization of a global community founded on love, justice, and peace. It's a journey we embark on not alone, but together, supported by the faith and inspiration this celestial message offers.